Hello and welcome to this vinyasa class, 90 minutes vinyasa class with the theme, the water element. Find yourself a comfortable seated position and feel free to sit on a bolster or a pillow or a block, whatever you have, so you can be comfortable. If you do not know ujjayi breath, I will explain it because we'll be using ujjayi breath a lot throughout this class. So ujjayi breath is a breath exercise, a pranayama, where you make the sound of the ocean. And you can imagine that you have to breathe on a mirror to make it fall, or on a window. So you can start with your hand out in front of you and then imagine that you're breathing on a mirror. So we are after the sensation in the throat, both on the inhalation and on the exhalation. And to begin with, it can be a little bit difficult to do it with your mouth closed, so you can practice with your mouth open. And then when you have the feeling in your throat, you can close your mouth and just bring the tip of the tongue to the roof of your mouth. So it goes like this. And if you don't catch it today, don't worry. Or if you lose it throughout the practice, don't worry about it. Just make it your intention here to begin with to give it a try. Now gather your hands. Gently press the roots of your hands towards each other and open the hands up. So you create lotus mudra, padma mudra. Hands close to your heart center. Then lower your gaze or close your eyes. And take a deep breath in. Then exhale through your mouth. And you can do that a couple of times as an invitation to land on your yoga mat. And find ujjayi breath. And while you keep the ujjayi breath going, visualize that you are sitting close to the ocean, watching the waves come closer to the shore and draw back out. The ocean coming close to the shore and drawing back out. Visualize this rhythm, and maybe you can coordinate it with your breath. So as the ocean comes close to the shore, you feel the breath moving to the lowest part of your body. And as the ocean draws back out, the breath travels back and dissolves into the big ocean of space around you. And try to keep your face as soft as possible, even when you practice ujjayi. Maybe you can feel the ocean, maybe you can smell it. Ujjayi breath is a pranayama, a breath exercise that helps us stay focused. So if you experience throughout a yoga practice, or if you go running, for example, that a lot of stuff pops up in your head, it can be a way of calming yourself down and drawing your attention to the practice, drawing your attention to the moment. the present moment. And it's also called the victory breath because it creates some sort of inner heat and inner strength. Now let the ujjayi breath find stillness and close your palms to Anjali mudra. And take a deep breath in, exhale through your mouth. And let's chant 3 Oms together. Inhale to your heart. Feel the vibrations within. It's like the sound of an Om is a big wave rolling through your body. And after a big wave, there will always be like these little waves left in the ocean. So maybe you can feel it inside of yourself in this moment. And you can place your hands on your knees. And you decide if you keep your eyes closed or if you open them. As you inhale, draw your heart forward, arch your spine. Exhale, round, look to your belly button. Inhale, come forward, shoulders back. Be gentle with yourself. And exhale, look to your belly button. Inhale, come forward, ujjayi breath. Exhale, lean back, look inwards. So continue to move in this wave-like manner to the rhythm of ujjayi breath, the sound of the ocean. And you can imagine that you are the waves of the ocean, rolling back and forward in a rhythm. And even though there's some sort of predictability in the rhythm of the ocean, you can never be quite sure how the ocean will take form. Now imagine that you're diving underneath the surface of the ocean and then come back up. Lean back as you exhale. Inhale, dive underneath the surface of the sea. Inhale, come up. Lean back. Inhale, dive underneath and rise up. Exhale, lean back, look down, inhale, dive, and resurface. Exhale, lean back. Keep it going to the rhythm of ujjayi, sound of the ocean. And you can imagine that as you dive underneath the surface and resurface, you're cleansed of all the stuff that you don't need the next 90 minutes, maybe even for more. So you allow the ocean to cleanse you, to fresh and new. And come to center. Now inhale, draw the chest forward to one side, round, and look to your belly button as you lean back. Come to the other side, half a circle in front of yourself, and then half a circle behind you. As you inhale, ujjayi, half a circle in front of yourself. Exhale, ujjayi, half a circle behind yourself. And now you can imagine that you are rings on the surface of water. A raindrop has just landed on the surface of the water. And these soft waves are created. So try to embody the softness. And maybe your circles will be tiny today. Maybe they'll be bigger. And if some part of the circle feels stuck, allow yourself to move a little slower when you get to that area. Maybe even take a break there and just breathe into the block. Whatever feels blocked or stuck. Let your neck, your head, your shoulders, your spine become soft as the rings of the surface of the ocean or of a lake when a raindrop has just landed. And now take the rings in the opposite direction. And come back to center. Place the fingertips to the sides of your hips. You'll make the waves a little bigger. So exhale, side bend. Inhale to center. Exhale to the other side. And even though the waves are bigger, maybe even enormous, they still have some kind of softness. They're made of soft water. Try to embody the softness, even as the waves get high, maybe even a little scary. And throughout the practice today, we will play with the pulse between the two opposites. Stability and freedom. And we see the stability in the water with the waves that has this kind of predictable rhythm, predictable form. The ocean, the tides that comes towards the shore and then draws back out. So there's some kind of rhythm, some kind of predictability. And it's always made out of the same stuff. But yet, we never really know how the ocean is going to take form. So there's a lot of freedom as well. Freedom to create, freedom to renew, freedom to reform. And when we let the two of them play together in our yoga poses, we'll get some healthy movements and some healthy positions. And I'll guide you along the way. Now find your way to hands and knees. And here you have freedom to move as you please. So listen to the ocean that you are today. In what ways does your body want to move in this moment? What kind of forms can you create today that, even though they might be big and wild, there's still this kind of softness in your movements? So water is connected to intuition, to deep listening, also to deep contact with our emotional body. And water is special because it can create all these sorts of forms. It can be the waves, it can be the rings on the surface. But water can also move upwards in a spring or up through the back of a big whale. And water can move downwards in a waterfall. And it can be a current. And it can be completely still and like a mirror. And as you continue to move, embodying water and embodying your own flow, guided by your intuition. So your flow is also to listen to how you feel in this moment, like to follow your natural flow instead of pushing against it, allowing your natural flow to come forward. And as you continue to embody water, let yourself be inspired by water, you can contemplate on that almost all of your body is made out of fluids. So a big part of yourself is the water element. And just like the water, you have the ability to take form and then take another form. And the body even does it all the time by itself. So now we'll work a little bit with stability, work with chaturanga dandasana. So reach your arms out in front of you. Now notice that there can be a tendency to draw the arm bones far forward. Try to draw the head of the arm bones back and down towards your hips. So you reach the arms towards the wall behind you and in the direction of your hips. Bend your elbows 90 degrees. Arms alongside your body. So this is the form of chaturanga dandasana, the basic form. Now we want to activate the stability so we can have more freedom as we move. We'll feel better and we'll be able to breathe in a more nourishing way. So this natural flow that nourishes us can travel through our body with ease. So softly draw your belly button in towards the spine and a little bit up. So you have this soft activation in your core, in your center, that will give you stability in most of the poses. And you don't want to press the belly button in a hard manner. Just very soft in and up. And when you stand here, press your heels into the mat. Lengthen your neck. And try to notice if you can feel the breath in the back of your body. And you feel it in your shoulder blades, in the back of your chest. So the breath also helps us cultivate stability. The belly button softly in and up, and the connection with the breath gives us stability so we can flow with ease and with a sense of freedom, even when the waves get high and fast. Alright, so come to the front of your yoga mat. Now just do a little bit like this. Step to the front of your mat, feet hip width apart. And that's the same as two fists. Bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra. Check in with your breath. And then let it be your sankalpa, your intention, your focus of the practice today. To follow your flow. Follow your natural flow. So that's an invitation to listen inwards. Listen to the flow within you and how your body wants to express itself today. And listening to whatever it takes for the flow within to flow with ease. So if your breath feels stuck throughout the practice, then maybe you should take it a little slower or come a little bit out of the yoga pose. So you allow your natural flow to flow with ease. Now open your eyes, Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach wide and up, belly button softly in and up. So you have the stability. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Inhale, lengthen your spine, Adha Uttanasana, belly button softly in and up. Exhale, chaturanga, dandasana. And now you can step back to plank pose and come halfway down, or you can jump directly to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And feel free to move to embody water. Keep the stability by pressing all the fingertips and the roots of your index fingers to the floor. And have a soft tone in your belly. That's the stability, and otherwise you're free to move. Inhale, come up on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Ground your hands. Inhale, step or jump. Lengthen your spine, Adha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, ground down through your feet, tone the belly and come all the way up. Exhale to your heart, Anjali Mudra.